Is using a debit card better than paying with cash? As like everything in life, it depends, but by the end of this video, you'll know. Generally, using a debit card is the worst way to spend your money. A debit card gives anyone access to your checking account, which contains probably more money than you can carry in your wallet. Let's say you have $100 cash in your wallet, plus a debit card connected to your checking, which has $15,000 in it, and you see something you like to buy for $100. You can solve this minor issue by paying with a credit card, but sadly, you don't have one. So you're stuck paying for it with cash or with your debit card. Option 1, you pay with cash and that's that. You're down $100, but you got what you wanted. Option 2, you pay with a debit card, which in most cases that's the end of that, $100 for that thing you want. But then there's option 3, your debit card gets compromised somehow. Happens all the time. Instead of spending $100, the bad guy has your debit card info and later spends $10,000 on something else in a distant land. In many cases, such a large purchase would be flagged and the illegal deed wouldn't happen. But if the amount is smaller, more reasonable, and if the purchase was made closer to home at a reasonable time frame, then it'll go through. Even your debit card PIN isn't really safe here. These kinds of debit card fiascos mainly happen in two places: gas stations and restaurants. If you pay for gas with a debit card, you could later see an illegal purchase at that same station for $100 exactly. Or if you give your debit card to a waiter for the check and that waiter swipes the data on that card and later buys something with it. Even swiping your debit card at a pay station can make you vulnerable because the station might be rigged to steal your card information. A debit card gives the bad guys access to your checking account and whatever amount is in it. And because it's your money and not the bank's money, the banks are less likely to overturn an illegal transaction. Using a debit card is exposing you to financial liability. 99% of all your liability can be removed if you never use a debit card. Cash is safer than a debit card because it limits your liability to the cash you have at hand. If you get mugged, you really only lost the amount of cash you had in your wallet. Your debit card is somewhat vulnerable if you're forced to give your PIN or if it's swiped, but chances are a thug would be in a hurry. If you carry a credit card, that thing is completely safe. Any false purchases can be disputed and you have protection. In the hierarchy of spending form, use a credit card first, cash second, and never use a debit card. Using a debit card instead of paying with cash is a bad idea under every circumstance. So what are your thoughts? Do you have a credit card? Do you spend with cash? Do you spend with your debit card? Comment below. And as always, take care of your money.